Over the past decade, volumes of cargo passing through Mombasa and Dar es Salaam ports have been on a steady rise. With a capacity of 1.65 million TEUs and cargo volumes growing to 26.8 million tons in 2016, Mombasa is a regional import and export hub.
I am pleased to report that last year, the port handled a total throughput of 26.732 million tons of cargo, against 24.875 million tons recorded in 2014. This reflects an increase of 1.856 million tons or 7.5% growth. Imports recorded a total of 22.676 million tons of cargo in 2015 against 20.77 million tons handled in 2014, posting an increase of 1.899 million tons or 9.2%.
It is projected that Lamu Port, which is currently under construction as part of the 1.5 trillion shillings LAPSSET project, will have 3 berths completed by 2020. Lamu Port's annual capacity will be 1.2 million TEUs and 13.5 million tons of general cargo. By 2020, cargo volumes within the regional ports will be in the excess of 50 million tons. These huge volumes have seen regional ports go on an expansion spree. And while Kenya has just completed phase 1 of the 1.2 million TEU capacity second terminal, Tanzania plans a mega port at Bagamoyo.
The completion of this phase of project marks yet another major milestone for our maritime sector, and it heralds a whole new era in the development of our ports and indeed their capacity to facilitate the region's international trade. International trade records show that over 90% of the world's cargo is transported by sea. Ports are therefore critical to the economic growth of any nation. This particular port of Mombasa has always played a critical role, not just in our own development as a nation, but also in the development of the region of East Africa.
Transport costs within the region account for over 70% of production costs, making it uncompetitive in global trade. Kenya is also constructing the standard gauge railway, with the first phase between Mombasa and Nairobi expected to be commissioned in June 2017. President Uhuru Kenyatta launched construction of the Nairobi-Naivasha stretch in October 2016, expected to transport over 40% of cargo generated at Mombasa Port. The SGR has been described as a game changer. However, the SGR project should be complemented by the private sector, which will take up the larger portion of freight forwarding activities when it becomes operational. For the clearing and forwarding agent, these monumental developments will have a drastic impact on their operations, efficiency in freight logistics within the region, and while standard performance is vital, this is the only way clearing and forwarding agents will remain relevant in an increasingly competitive business environment. But cargo clearance delays in regional ports is a serious impediment to trade.
The number of days a container takes to leave the port is a challenge for a measure if you are to use Kenya Ports Authority, because for Kenya Ports Authority it is the measure of the day the container arrives and it leaves the gates of the port. But there's no measure of container leaving to destination, and therefore you cannot comfortably say that it takes 3 days for a container to reach destination to Uganda. Say to a Ugandan destination, or to Nairobi for that matter.
In response to these challenges, Cybermonk Software Development Company in collaboration with industry players, has designed a system to address delays, ease cargo clearance, and facilitate trade.
C&F PRO is a freight forwarding and logistics solution that we have developed in conjunction with industry players in the logistics industry to enable them increase efficiencies in the operations, to match the current capacities for freight at the port, and also in preparation for the projected growth as per the infrastructural projects that are going on to increase port capacities at the Mombasa, Kipevu ports, and also within the region.
C&F PRO is an online system with unique features. It provides importer client access to their consignments and their status updates. The system allows clients to make inquiries and upload documents for new consignments, making it easy for your staff to start new files. Also, transporters are now able to update port exit dates, cross-border dates, container return dates, and interchange numbers.
I'm also handling container control. This system, it has enabled me to track all the containers, because the shipping line, we are given 14 free days for clearance. So for C&F program, it enables me to track down the containers after the cargo has already been cleared, to track down with the transporters, that is, because some of the transporters stay longer with the empty containers, of which the demurrage charges come back to us to pay. So with the C&F program, it has really enabled me to track down all the empty containers to the depots.
Collaboration of the regional logistics industry with Cybermonk in developing C&F PRO demonstrates maturity of the sector and its future global position. C&F PRO is the future of logistics and import-export trade in Eastern Africa.
I have been here for 6 years. I'm doing the clearance and the forwarding. The first 2 years I'm being here, we don't know about the C&F PRO. So our file is put up everywhere. So we need the information. We take a lot of time to find out. So 2 years later, when I met my friends from East Africa, they told me about this C&F PRO. When I saw this software, I can see it's amazing. So that time, I just decided I should buy this one. After I got this, right now it has been 4 years. This C&F PRO is really make your work, it's more efficient, more easier, and more simpler. So for my suggestion from a clearance and forwarding company, I really hope everyone can buy this one. It's really make your work, it's fantastic.
Cybermonk has also embarked on an aggressive training program targeting at least 10,000 importers, 1,000 clearing and forwarding agents, and 1,000 transporters by the end of next year. The training will empower clearing and forwarding agents to carry out operations using C&F PRO.
And let's say I want to exactly get maybe particular details about from the file which I've just loaded. Can I be able to like filter that?
Yes. For example, here we have the release order portal, where we have all the details that are normally added on any other release order elsewhere. But here we've made it easy for you. All the data will be done here, and the same release order will be attached on your file, so you don't have to look for it manually.
C&F PRO system, the future of logistics and import-export trade in Eastern Africa.